So good day to all. Today we will learn about how to calculate the exempt and taxability of commuted pension. Let's refresh our minds as far as commuted pension concept is concerned, which is covered under section 10, subsection 10A of the Income Tax Act of 1961. Now, as far as classification of pension is concerned, we classify pension into periodical pension and commuted pension. Periodical pension, just like salary, post-retirement is received on monthly basis, and periodical pension received is fully taxable. When it comes to commuted pension, the taxability and the exemption depends on whether you are a government employee or whether you are a non-government employee. If you are a government employee, commuted pension amount is fully exempt from tax. But if you are a non-government employee, the taxability of commuted pension depends on whether you receive gratuity or not. If a non-government employee receives gratuity, then less portion of the commuted pension amount will be exempt. That is, only 1/3 of the full commuted value will be exempt. But if that non-government employee does not receive gratuity, then a higher portion, that is half of the full commuted value of pension, will be exempt. Let's understand this concept of commutation of pension, taxability and exemption with the help of two examples. So we will look at this particular problem. Bharat commuted 3/4 of his pension and received rupees 1,80,000. We need to find the taxable commuted pension if Bharat receives gratuity, that's question A, and B, if Bharat does not receive gratuity. Let's take question A. So I write solution. I write over here, Bharat receives gratuity. Bharat receives gratuity. When an employee is receiving gratuity, a non-government employee is receiving gratuity, what is the rule for commutation of pension? So I write computation of taxable commuted pension. So as usual, we will be drawing two amount columns. The problem is very small, so two amount columns for around 6 to 8 lines should be good enough to solve this problem. So first part I write commuted pension amount received. Commuted pension amount received, and it's given Bharat is commuting 3/4 of his pension and he receives rupees 1,80,000. Then I write less exempt. Exempt under section 10, subsection 10A. So what is the rule? Since he is receiving gratuity, 1/3 of the full commuted value will be exempt. 1/3 of the full commuted value is exempt. Now how do we calculate this full commuted value? So I record over here, Bharat is commuting, this is more like a note. I record over here, Bharat is commuting 3/4 of his pension and he receives rupees 1,80,000. So full commuted value pension will be 1, and that is how much? So I cross multiply this, I get is equal to 1,80,000 into 1 divided by 3/4. Divided by 3/4 is 4/3. So when I get that, calculate that, I get 2,40,000. So 2,40,000 is the full commuted value. I record the same thing, the entire fraction here, 1,80,000 into 1 into 4/3. This is the full commuted value. And of that, 1/3 is exempt. So I take 1/3 of that. So 2,40,000, we have already calculated here. 2,40,000 into 1 divided by 3, that will be 80,000. You can show the calculation here. 2,40,000 is the full commuted value. We have already calculated here. Into 1/3. So that is 80,000. So 80,000 will be the exempt commuted pension value. So 1 lakh 80 minus 80 will give you 1 lakh rupees. This will be taxable commuted pension. Taxable commuted pension. So I hope part A of this particular problem is clear. Pause. Let's look at question B. Bharat does not receive gratuity. Bharat does not receive gratuity. Now, when a non-government employee does not receive gratuity, what is the commuted pension amount rules? So, computation of taxable commuted pension. So, as usual, two amount columns we will have. So, first part I write taxable commuted pension amount received. Taxable commuted pension amount received. So Bharat received 1,80,000 is given. So I write 1,80,000 in the amount column. Next I write less exempt under section 10 subsection 10A. Now as far as pension is concerned, we are clear he does not receive gratuity, so half of the full commuted value is exempt. Half of the full commuted value is exempt. So half of the full commuted value is exempt. Let's take a note. Now we just discussed Bharat has computed 3/4 of his pension and he receives rupees 1,80,000. So full commuted value 1 is how much? So when I cross multiply, it will be 1,80,000 into 1 divided by 3 by 4 will be 4 by 3. It will be 4 by 3. So when I calculate, I will be getting 2,40,000 as the value. So I will write the same fraction over here. 1,80,000 into 1 into 4 divided by 3. This is the full commuted value and half of that will be exempt. So 2,40,000 is the full commuted value and half of that will be 1,20,000. 1,20,000. So when you look over here, 1,80,000 minus 1,20,000, 60,000 will be taxable commuted pension. So taxable commuted pension will be rupees 60,000. So I hope there is no doubt on commutation of pension when Bharat receives gratuity where 1/3 will be exempt, and here where Bharat does not receive gratuity, half of the full commuted value will be exempt. Let's look at the next problem. This problem is of Mr. Sudhakar, a non-government employee who retired from service on 1st of September 2019 when his pension was fixed at rupees 7,000 per month. He commuted 2/3 of his pension and received rupees 3,60,000 for the same. Compute the exempt amount of the commuted value of pension if he also received gratuity. And second question, he did not receive gratuity. So Sudhakar is a non-government employee and taxability of commuted pension depends on whether an employee receives gratuity or not. If he is receiving gratuity, then 1/3 of the full commuted value will be exempt. If he does not receive gratuity, then half of the full commuted value will be exempt. So let's take solution to this particular question. I record over here as A. Sudhakar receives gratuity. Receives gratuity. So I write computation of taxable commuted pension. Taxable commuted pension. I take two amount column, one amount column should be good enough here. So I record commuted pension amount received. commuted pension amount received. It's given Sudhakar is commuting 2/3 of his pension and he received rupees 3,60,000. So 3,60,000 is the taxable commuted pension amount received. I write less exempt under section 10, subsection 10A. Since he is in receipt of gratuity, 1/3 of the full commuted value will be exempt. 1/3 of the full commuted value will be exempt. Let's take a small note for our calculation. How do we calculate full commuted value? So it's given Sudhakar is commuting 2/3 of his pension. So I record over here, note, Sudhakar is commuting 2/3 of his pension and he receives rupees 3,60,000. So full commuted value 1 is how much? So when I cross multiply, I get 3,60,000 into 1 divided by 2 by 3. Divided by 2 by 3 will be into 3 by 2. And when I calculate that, I would get 5,40,000 as the full commuted value. So directly I can record full commuted value is 5,40,000 into 1/3. See, in the previous problem, we wrote the entire fraction once again. And then we wrote in the outside the bracket 1/3 will be exempt. So I am directly taking this value which is already calculated, 5,40,000 into 1 by 3. So 5,40,000 into 1 by 3 is 1,80,000. 1,80,000. So 3,60,000, 1,80,000 is exempt amount and remaining 1,80,000 will be taxable commuted pension. Will be taxable commuted pension. This is about question A. Now let's look at question B. I recorded here itself. I write Sudhakar does not receive gratuity. Sudhakar does not receive gratuity. Sudhakar does not receive gratuity. Now what are the rules? I write computation of taxable commuted pension. So I just draw one amount column. I record commuted pension amount received, which is same as 3,60,000. So I record 3,60,000. Here it's given he does not receive gratuity. We have less exempt under section 10, subsection 10A. Since he does not receive gratuity, half of the full commuted value will be exempt. Half of the full commuted value will be exempt. Already we have calculated full commuted value, which is 5,40,000. So 5,40,000 is the full commuted value. Calculation is right here. Into half. Half of that would be 5,40,000 into half will be 2,70,000. 2,70,000 will be exempt, and balance of the amount, that is 90,000, will be taxable commuted pension. Taxable commuted pension. So let's understand that when the non-government employee receives gratuity, 1/3 is exempt, 1/3 of full commuted value. How do you calculate full commuted value? We have it here. He is commuting 2/3, receiving 3,60,000. So 1 represents full is how much? So when you calculate, full commuted value is 5,40,000. So 1/3 will be exempt of that 5,40,000 because he receives gratuity. So only 1,80,000 is exempt and remaining 1,80,000 will be taxable. But when the non-government employee does not receive gratuity, then half of the full commuted value will be exempt. Full commuted value is 5,40,000. Half of that is 2,70,000. So 2,70,000 will be exempt. So 3,60,000 minus 2,70,000 taxable commuted pension would be 90,000 rupees. So this covers the concept of taxability and calculation of exempt portion of commuted pension. So I hope it is clear. Thank you.